Hi everyone and welcome to Barbie Dolls of the Week. So this week I've got a little plethora of dolls to show you, starting with a couple of dolls that I already had that I got inspired to work with some. So, I did some looking and I wanted to see what beach dolls I had out of the box, or, also straight arm dolls in general. And I found this one, which I believe is Island Fun Barbie, and I looked her up and it sure looks like her. So what do you all think? I'm just looking at the face, can you tell? And the hair. Now I've re-washed her hair. I actually did a boil wash on it to try to take some of the fullness out. It was so big. And I happen to have this bathing suit, which I believe is hers, so I reunited the bathing suit with the doll. And it looks fine. The only problem is I cannot get this bathing suit to stay up, and it looks uneven, as you can tell. Like this side seems a little lower than this side. But as many times as I tie this damn thing, it doesn't want to stay tight. So it'd be nice if it would just stay up, but it's not doing that. And I've always thought she was an okay looking doll. I didn't think she was superb. She also has some of the spotted leg syndrome, as I refer to it, and maybe others do as well. Not a whole lot for dolls from that time period. Mostly, up here at the upper part of this leg. I was going to try and I've got some extra Barbie legs and two different skin tones, and one was pretty close, so I was going to try to swap them, and I've done that before on a doll or two when the leg broke or something, the little knob. So I couldn't get these off. I was just trying to take one off, and I didn't want to break it. So I just decided to leave it on. It's not that big of a deal, but since I had those extra legs, I just wanted to try it. Didn't work. So also, that was like 87, I believe, and 86. And that's why, it's part of the dolls that have that issue with the spotted legs for some reason. Now this doll is from 1985, and I'm sure you recognize Tropical Teresa, or not Teresa, what am I saying? Tropical Barbie. I don't know where I got Teresa from. And her hair was in a braid, and I took the braid. I don't know if I put it in that braid or someone else did, but it was very kind of frizzy, and it just looked not so great. So I decided to take it out of the braid. I did wash it, and I didn't do a boil wash on this one. But I just love the way it's laying on her. I mean, I love the way it frames her face. And I didn't do much to it. I did style it after it came out of the braid, but just, a little bit, I would say. She's just so beautiful with this hair, I think. I have another one of her up here who has much shorter hair, and it's very straight. I didn't bring her over, but she's up on this shelf about, let's see, about here, I think, if I'm pointing in the right direction. So somewhere right in here. Yeah. But anyway, what do you all think? Isn't she just gorgeous? And I just have always loved this. This is probably my favorite bathing suit of all the bathing suits Barbie has had. And you all probably know that this material was made so that no two are like exactly alike, is the way I understand it. And this one even has some green on it and purple and some blue up top. It's a great suit, and it just looks amazing. And I've got that on, of course, the Kira doll and the Christy or Black Barbie. So yeah, I love how that came out. Also, on the new movie Ken, I wanted to show you this. This is, I just wanted to try him in some other clothes and also get his hair loosened up because it's so stiff. And I did get his hair somewhat loosened up without doing much. So I think his hair looks better. And I wanted him in some other colors and just see what it looked like. So I swapped his clothes with this African-American fashionista Ken that I had, and I thought it looked really nice on him. Plus, he's got his big K for Ken or Kenergy, and I still haven't seen the movie, but I've heard enough, and I love that song, I'm Just Ken. You all may have seen a couple of the short videos I did using that song with my Ken dolls, and also don't forget to check out the short videos I've done on touring this room and a couple other rooms with 1 minute video, so they don't take a long commitment. And then using songs from the Barbie movie like Dance the Night Away by Dua Lipa. So, yeah, check those out. But what do you think of him in these colors? I just thought it was something different, something nice. I like it. And I love, by the way, that these Kens can stand on their own, no problem. You know, you just, boop, there they are, standing on their own. Okay, moving on to, I have 3 other dolls to show you. They're all, well, 2 of them are in boxes and 1 just came out of a box. I'm going to save that one for last, but I finally got the last year's holiday doll, Brunette, which I had wanted. And I don't know if many of you have her. I'm going to show you the picture on the back. It's a little easier to see. But, you know, I got the Asian one on a really good sale after sometime late last year, I think it was, or early this year. Never did get the other 2, and I'm not really that interested in them. But I always did want this one, but I have to say I'm a little disappointed in her face. And I'm sure her hair is like probably a hard shell with all the gunk they've got in there. So I almost thought about returning her, because when you look at this doll and how soft and lovely her hair looks and her face looks nice, the second one, and then you see this, it's like it just doesn't look the same to me. And of course I'm not a big fan of the dress, so it's mostly the doll, so I don't know. I got her for $22 on sale, I guess it was, or clearance. I think this was from Walmart, walmart.com. So, you know, I didn't pay a huge amount. That's the only reason I haven't returned her. So I'll probably keep her, but I just, yeah, I don't know, what do you guys think? When you look at the box prototype, and I know it's a prototype, so we can't go by that, it just looks so different to me, and not in a good way. She doesn't look bad, she's just not that great, so I'm not impressed. Okay, and then the next doll I saw online, and I don't remember if I'd seen these when they first came out. I'm going to look and see if I can see a box like this. Sometimes when they put like black lettering on a blue background in this case, or something like that where it's really hard to see the lettering, even when you do use a magnifying glass. Let me see. I'm not seeing a date so far. There's got to be one on here somewhere. Yeah, it's just not, I can't make it out. I think it's from 2005, but I'm not sure. So, this was a series of dolls Mattel did for American Idol. And, of course, American Idol singing competition here in the U.S. And they have, I'm sure, other versions in other countries, like British Idol or, you know, whatever, Down Under Idol, I don't know. I'm just making up names where they might be. So, I kind of like America's Got Talent. That's a franchise, sort of, and Britain's Got Talent, and Malaysia's Got Talent, and Philippines has got talent. I'm sure, I don't know if they have all those, but stuff like that. And so I'm assuming this was similar, where there's more than just American Idol, but I could be wrong. But they had a series of dolls. In fact, here are some pictures on the back of some of them. I don't know how many total. I'd say at least 4, because these 3, and I've seen one other one that's not pictured here. The one I want to show you today is this one, whose name is Simone, according to the box. See that right here. And I think she's got a great face. I love her skin tone and her hair. She is pictured on the back here, right in the middle, with the fringy jacket. Well, actually, that's not fringe. It's fringe around her waist, I'm sorry. And the jacket is like a faux fur, which I don't love the faux fur jacket, I have to say, but it's okay. But the outfit as a whole, I thought was kind of fun and interesting. But yeah, her face really drew me in. I mean, I guess I get into faces on dolls quite a bit. And also, as you know, ethnic dolls or dark-haired dolls more than blonde dolls. But I like blonde dolls. I just, you know, everybody has preferences, and you just like some better than others. That's all I'm saying. So, I don't know if you all are familiar with this whole series, but it says, by the way, win a trip to the American Idol Finals in May 2005. Ah, so this doll must have come out in 2004, I have a feeling then. Or else, you know, what was the point before? If you got it, I guess if you got it after May of 2005, you just knew you were out of luck. But it says a second star-worthy outfit. There is another outfit right here. So it's, I can't quite tell, it's an orange top and a greenish skirt with some fringe at the bottom, or not really fringe, but other colors that sort of match the orange. And then there's a karaoke machine over here, and it says "Try Me." I have, and it's not doing anything, but maybe it needs a battery or something. So it says karaoke plays ladies night, and then it's an Everflex body on this doll. Hold your own auditions with the show stage. So there was a stage playset that they picture right over here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's what you would expect, I guess. There's CDs pictured, and I saw another doll in this series that I was looking for that actually came with a big human-sized microphone. So that was a whole separate set. It says, best friends Barbie, Simone, and Tori are in the finals together. Simone and her R&B sound have made her a popular choice, but is it enough to win? Only one of them can be the next American Idol. See the girls perform their songs at Barbie.com. Does anybody remember this series or remember what the songs were like? I wonder who actually sung them, if they got any credit for that. I don't know. Probably unknowns, but, or at least unknown by many. Okay, so the last doll I want to show you today just came out of her box. Now, I just got this from eBay for $10, so that's why I could not resist. I didn't already have this doll out of the box. I have it in the box. But this is a pretty shabby box, and that is Super Hair Barbie, and she's from 86, I believe this says. I'm going to check again. This one I can see. Yeah, 86. Made in, well, I don't know where she was made. Let me see. It says, let's look at that. Ribbons made in South Korea, cords made in Taiwan, balance made in the Philippines. Woohoo, Philippines! So shout out to all my viewers in the Philippines. Hopefully you're watching. And by the way, this doll was originally at Walmart, $11.86, and that really surprised me because I didn't think they were that high back in 85 or 86 or 87. Just an average Barbie, I would have guessed, would have been $8.99 or $9.99. But for some reason, this was $11.86, so maybe it was like a step up. But guess what? It didn't sell at $11.86, and they marked it down to $4.50. So at some point, somebody got this for $4.50. Good for them. I paid $10 all these years later, so not that bad. A great deal, I think, for an 80s doll that's pretty much new in the box, but has been out. Now this came with, let me just show you, before I show you the doll, the shoes, a booklet, instructions, because believe me, you need them with this, and at least I think so. All these accessories like a brush, hair dryers, mirrors, combs, barrettes, ribbon, as they said, mirror, on and on. It's just so much stuff that it comes with in this one little pack. Excuse me. Plus, like I said, the shoes. Let me get the instructions out because I want to show you that. And there goes the shoe falling on the ground. What a shock. I'll get it. So, Super Hair Barbie doll. And they're showing you all these ways. There's about 5 or 6 different hairstyles. Now, I have to tell you, I tried a few of these, and I'm pretty good working with doll hair, I think. But this is hard. I have no idea how children could do this. Yes, it says you may need an adult or parent's help. I get that, and that's true for most kids. Maybe there's some super duper little future hairstylists that could just whip it up, no problem. But most people don't have, and let me show you this. Here's the doll. Most people don't have a plastic pole coming out of their head. Now, this, by the way, is a little bit of a thing I did, and it doesn't look that great, and it's half out at this point. But this is one thing I did with her hair, just trying to practice with the instructions, by the way. Me, an adult who's been involved with Barbies for many years, it was still very difficult. Now, by the way, her outfit is that white, kind of pleathery, Elvis-looking, that's who it reminds me of, suit. Pantsuit, I guess you would call it. And it doesn't have any damage or peeling, which shocked the heck out of me. It does have two places where there is damage. On the arm, some of the pink from inside the box got on this. At least I think that's what that is. And I took out all the disintegrated rubber band pieces, but part of it had already left residue on here that doesn't want to come out. So it's another stain. So that's too bad. But overall, it's in pretty good condition. Now, let me just show you. I'm going to take this out. For those of you like me who I didn't know. I've had this doll for many, many years in the box. I didn't know how it worked. I didn't look at the back to try to figure it out, or certainly not the instructions. But here's what's on her head. And, you know, there's a famous, I don't know how famous, there's a saying where it's, what's the chick got on her head? Well, she'd be a perfect example for that. Now, this pulls out, literally, of her head. Did not know that all these years, like I said. And then it's got this thing you can wrap the hair around, plus you can wrap it around that. I can easily see this breaking, by the way. It's not very strong. But yeah, you're supposed to take this out and use the instructions and take, most of the time, this part of the hair and kind of, and I'm doing it really quick here, and you know, you almost have to, I don't know how you get lack of frizzies, but I had a lot of trouble. The hair is like almost too short to do most of the things I wanted to do with it. I'm going to try putting it in here, and then you snap this back in place. And like I said, this isn't going to be good. I'm just showing you how it works. And then you put it back up. It came right out. See, I didn't have it in there good enough. But you twirl it, you swirl it, whatever you want to do. Follow the instructions. They're not, I don't think they're very good at times. And then you just push it back in. And you get some kind of style like what you see. I'm going to show you what they did on these boxes, or this box, I mean. I like this a lot, the main one. It's on the back too. But here's some of the other pictures of things you can do. It just seems like the doll on the box has a lot more hair than this doll. I mean, this is as much hair as this doll has. And it's probably more than it seems. But this is the part you're mainly working with, because that part you mainly, on all the styles, you pretty much leave that where it is. Now, I guess maybe you could put the whole thing in. I didn't try that, but there you go. There's one that I kind of like as a fun, just a fun look. But, you know, yeah, I think this is difficult to work with. Has anybody else experienced this and had better luck than I did? I mean, I still like the doll, don't get me wrong, and I think she's a 80s beauty, of course. I like this collar, by the way, and these little embellishments, if you want to call them that. She does still have her superstar jewelry, ring and earrings. So, very much worth $10. But yeah, this I don't like very much. I'm not sure what would have made it better. Now, if you get something in there successfully, or like I did get some, but it just didn't look great. And you can use the ribbon that's included or other things to kind of embellish it or add to it, you know, and maybe hide that. By the way, on here, this looks like a metallic piece, or, you know, like metallic coloring, but it's just white in person, and it doesn't look metallic at all. So, again, that was surprising to me. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't take away from the beauty of the doll. It does look weird, I think, to have that just sticking out on her head, but anyway, I would love to hear your experience with Super Hair Barbie. Of course, there is an African-American version of this as well. But again, here's the doll and the box. I'm going to show you the back of the box, actually. And with that, I'm going to close for today. And I hope you've enjoyed this plethora of dolls. By the way, her outfit does feel a little sticky, but not real bad. So, okay, take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.